Welcome back from the break in a Thursday night sports show. I'm your sports anchor, Jared Stratton.
And I'm your co-anchor, Hunter Filmore. Let's get started.
The men's basketball team took on the Colorado Christian Cougars yesterday, winning 100-66. This was truly nothing short of a blowout, beginning with a 26-3 lead. The lead was pushed even further to 39 near the end of the game. The Rams were shooting lights out on offense, with an above 50% from the field, including beyond the three-point arc. The Rams also dominated the Cougars on the glass with a 49-25 advantage. This also led to 23 second-chance points to the Colorado Christians' 0. This was greatly in help of Nico Carvaccio's 15 rebounds and 14 points, recording his 11th double-double in his last 17 games. Every single one of the Rams starters were in scoring double digits, with freshman Kendall Bonner dropping 26 of those points in his debut. The last time CSU scored 100 points without overtime was almost 5 years ago. The Rams were not only pushing the envelope on offense, they were also locked down on defense. Only 4 of all of the Cougars' 66 points were allowed in the paint. The Cougars had to find another way to score, which is difficult, with 34 shooting percentages. And the only bright spot from the Cougars was their three-point shooting, which was over 50% from the field. The next game for the men's team is against the Arkansas Pine Bluff this Saturday in Moby Arena at 2 in the afternoon.
The women's basketball team faced off against the Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds on Tuesday, winning 72-46. The Rams were trailing by 1 point at halftime, but exploded in the third quarter with 20 points and held the Greyhounds to only 5. They followed up that scoring with 26 points in the fourth quarter, giving them 46 points in one half. Lord DeVos led the charge with 23 points and 8 rebounds. The Greyhounds were held to just 22% from the field and 13% from the arc. Junior transfer Molly Muncy was held to only 4 three-pointers on the day, after leading the nation with them last year. After the game, head coach Ryan Williams talked about her performance.
She didn't make her first 3, I think it was, and she just got a little bit hesitant, and I want that thing leaving her hand often, to be honest with you. So I liked how she changed her mentality that second half. And two, we missed her. You know, we had some opportunities to move the ball and one more pass to where Molly would have had a shot, but we just didn't see it, and we have to talk better.
Molly will have every chance to improve upon her performance against CU Boulder next Wednesday at 7 in the evening.
The CSU men's golf team finished in 5th place at the end of the St. Mary's Invitational yesterday. During the Invitational, the Rams took down 4 Pac-12 opponents and 3 other Mountain West teams. The event was against 15 of the top 100 teams of the nation, making their 5th place mark that much more impressive. During the last round of the tournament, the Rams shot a great 500-279 to cement their 5th place performance. Southwestern Cal shot a crazy 1,900-265 to take the title, 4 places above the Rams. This event capped off the fall season with no more events until February 19th. The Denver Broncos have a bye week this week, leaving a lot of fantasy owners scrambling to find a replacement for their teams. We also have bye weeks from the Ravens, Vikings, and Texans. And now, who are you looking for to replace these players?
Yeah, so a definite start in my mind is Tevin Coleman. He's playing the Browns. Last week, he had a total of 156 yards and 2 touchdowns against Washington, coming off the bye. Devontae Freeman's out for the season now, and Coleman's going to be a big start.
Yeah, and like you said, the Falcons' offense has been doing great this year. We have Ito Smith. He's available in a lot of leagues. He's a backup running back for the Falcons. He has 4 touchdowns on the seasons, and I think that's definitely a good pickup if you're looking for another running back.
Yeah, at the quarterback position, we have Phillip Rivers. He's taken on the Raiders. It's a really good matchup again. He's averaging 24 fantasy points, and I think that's just a good quarterback to start.
Oh, definitely, and Tyrell Williams with Phillip Rivers. He's going to be a great pickup as well. He's available in a lot of leagues. And he's playing against a Raiders team who traded away 90% pretty much of their team already. So it's looking like it's going to be a favorable matchup.
Yeah, the Raiders just got rid of defensive end Bruce Irving, which is a big loss. So we have Amari Cooper at the receiver position. He just got picked up by the Cowboys, and he's playing the Eagles. So that receiver group's really young with Michael Gallup from CSU. He's leading them, so I think that's a good start at receiver.
Yeah, and with that though, with the Vikings, Texans, and Broncos defense, you're looking for Jets defense. They're playing against the Bills. That's going to be an easy start for me. And talking about fantasy, I was able to attend the CSU Quidditch team practice with news anchor Ryan Christ to see what the sport was all about.
Go! Get out of here.
The book and movie series Harry Potter features an action-packed, high-flying sport known as Quidditch. This sport is so widely loved, it is played here at CSU. But how does it work in our world?
So Quidditch is based off of the sport from the Harry Potter books. It's a full contact, full tackle sport that we play year-round. The four positions would be seeker, chaser, keeper, and beaters, and they all have different rules based around them. There's also the snitch as a human who has a tennis ball and a sock on the back of their shorts that you have to pull off instead of being able to fly around and being tiny. So tackle is one-handed, but you can be basically as aggressive as you want to be as long as you're in between the shoulders and the hips.
The team also competes against other schools and recently beat CU. And let me tell you, this game is much harder than it looks.
Oh, we were still playing, dude.
I didn't know this worked.
After 5 minutes, I have to say I'm fully
Yeah,
tired.
I'm beat.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get hit with the dodgeball. So, Bludger, sorry.
We're now joined by news anchor Ryan Christ. Now, Ryan, what was your first impressions of Quidditch?
You know, it was tougher than I thought. I got tired pretty fast. There's a lot of running. You know, I'm used to basketball, so fast breaks. So I was expecting, you know, nothing to be harder than that. But there was actually a lot of running back and forth, something I didn't really expect. What about you, Jared? How'd you feel?
Oh, I was definitely exhausted after all that.
Yeah, it looks like you guys had a lot of fun out there. Are you thinking about trying out for the team next season?
Who knows, maybe. But Hunter, you should come with us next time.
Yeah, I will.
All right, yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but make sure to check CTV on Twitter and YouTube for the latest in CSU athletics. But don't leave just yet. Up next, we have the birthday boy, Colin Sanders, with entertainment.